Morning on my YouTubers, on my blue collar workers. I know it's been a little bit since I did a little bit of a longer video, or shoot, really I ain't even been doing too many shorts. I've just been kind of just busy. We're in a new spot right now with a couple different people, and we're working on getting stuff ready for two new rooftop units. So it's not really been a lot of interesting stuff going on to show you anyway. But I don't know, I just figured I'd make a little video and talk about a couple things. So there's some things I was thinking about over the weekend. I ain't had to work on my weekend job for the last couple weeks. I don't know, I guess the company that they was doing what I make, they negotiating a contract, whatever, they didn't pay their bills, so they stopped making them for them, and just me and one other guy, is only 2 aluminum welders there, so we kind of just waiting to see if they're gonna get that contract back. If not, I already started putting in applications for a different weekend job. But some things I was thinking about, there was I don't know, this job I'm on now, Mystic Lake Casinos, we'll probably be here throughout the winter up on the roof, and then wrapping it up in the spring. I think my foreman said that he wants to take me and a handful of other guys to the next job, which will be they're building some new building at the airport, so that'll probably be the next job I go to. So I was just really thinking about, like, I don't know, it's kind of a weird situation when you're an apprentice, when you start getting to where you know things, because you're still an apprentice, so basically you're here to learn. By the time you're third year, you should probably know enough to be dangerous at least. But like a lot of the journeymen, like, they're comfortable. They get comfortable, and they get to, I feel like some of them slow down a little bit. They just get comfortable in what they're doing, and they're not really hungry no more. They kind of reach their goal pinnacle wherever, unless they're trying to upgrade to a foreman, then they might kick it up a little bit higher. So I was thinking about, like, where do you figure out where your top is? Because I feel like I'm 43 years old right now, but I got a late start because I was in prison for so long. So I still feel like I haven't reached my pinnacle. Like, but I'm not trying to be a greedy person to where, like, I don't need to be a millionaire. That's not necessarily the goal. Like, that would be nice, but I'd like to be comfortable. And I feel like right now I'm still not comfortable. I feel like I can do better. So the end result is I'm trying to be a foreman at some point in time. Obviously, I think you can run work by the time you're a 4th year or maybe a 5th year. You can run work as a foreman. But like, there's certain things that I see that the journeymen do that it's like, I know I could do it better, or I could organize it a little bit better. And a lot of times I bite my tongue because I'm not trying to come off as a know-it-all. Because that one thing I've seen is that if you come off like you know it all when you don't, people are gonna look at you like, they're gonna look at you different. They're not gonna respect that. They're gonna feel like you're acting above your station. And maybe that's true, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm a little bit older, so I got a lot of more life experiences. Some of these journeymen are younger than me. Not saying they don't know things or they don't know more than me, because obviously they do, but organizationally I'm pretty good at putting together puzzles. So that's just kind of one of my things I've been learning, like how to maneuver journeymen when I see them trying to do things the hard way. If I know there's an easier way, if I've done it before with somebody else, like I've done a lot of work with my foreman who's really smart. And so some of the things we're doing, like we're doing all these rooftop units, and it's kind of repetitive. It's kind of the same recipe for each one. Pipe to it. Once we get there, we know what has to go in line. And when we get new guys come in on the job site, they haven't done as many. So they're sitting there scratching their head trying to figure out how to do it. And I already know how we've done it in the past. So, like, I've seen the easier way. So that's kind of what I've been trying to figure out, is like, how do I convince the journeyman that it's their idea? Basically, that way it kind of gets rid of the pride. It gets rid of them thinking that their apprentice is showing them up. Like, I'm not trying to do that. I want everybody to enjoy working with me, because that's what's going to keep you working. If you got everybody wants to work with you, and they enjoy their time working with you, it's going to make life at work a lot easier. So I don't know if I would call it necessarily manipulation, but I just be trying to convince people. Like, if I know there's a better way, I just try to figure out how to convince them. Like, look, maybe we should try it like this, and try to give it to them so that they can take the I don't know, like I don't have a problem sharing. I don't know. I don't even know how to say it, but like if you do something good and you get a good reputation for it, like I don't have a problem with anybody else having a good reputation. Like if you're a foreman and you're a new foreman and I'm working with you and I'm not trying to show you up. Like I have no problem with you looking good as well. But at the same time, I'm trying to build my career. Like, so it's just kind of like a balancing game. So that's kind of some things I've been thinking about, like how the best way to do that. And then the second part is like, where is my pinnacle? Like just being a foreman, that's a good career, but I just feel like I can do more. So I just been thinking about like, obviously I don't want to work a weekend job forever. I'm just been doing that just to stay ahead and get ahead and pay off some bills that I had built up when I first started in the trade and I was making less money. I ended up getting pretty far in debt. But I was making more money, and then when I came in, it was kind of a pay cut until I caught up. Now I'm making more money than I was before, but I'm still working on paying off that debt. So I've just been thinking about, like, what do I want to do? Do I want to start a business on the side? There's a lot of options. Like I could buy a welder and I could weld things on the side on the weekends. That'd be good, but it's kind of hard to, maybe it's not hard, but I just don't know how to maintain business. So if I get a welder and start welding things, like constantly finding people that need things welded that are going to be able to, so I'm busy every weekend. Like that's the part that I'm not sure about. I'd also thought about some other things with renting out heavy equipment, buying some heavy equipment, renting it out. I'm in Minnesota, so there's other things I could do with it. Like I could do snow removal in the winter if it's not being rented out. I feel like that would be something that would be good. Right now I live in the city, so it's like I don't have a place to start parking Bobcats. I can't just put them on my backyard. I don't think that'd be a great idea. So I don't know. That's just something. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all can comment. I really appreciate all the support I've been getting on this. I'm still a small channel, but I'm all about success. So I appreciate everybody that watches my videos and listens to them. And I hope that I'm putting something out there that you can take some from and advance yourself. Like I said, I'm not a greedy person. I want to see everybody win. I don't have no problem with me coming up and bringing somebody else up, or somebody else coming up and me helping them come up, even if I'm not the one coming up. Like, let's do this. Let's do good, man. Like everybody got it in them to be positive and do what they're gonna do. It's just you just gotta figure out the right puzzle pieces to unlock your success. Basically, that's how I always look at it. I look at it kind of like a Rubik's cube. Like you gotta spin it just the right way to get the result you want. And sometimes you just sit there and be messing with it, and it ain't gonna just come together right away. So it takes a little bit of time. But once you hit that code, like everybody got it. Like I ain't special. I'm not the smartest person. I'm not the best looking person. But I mean, I've been all right. I turned my life around from below zero. So if I can do that, if anybody got a little bit of a head start already, you're in a better position than I started in. So you can do better than me. I ain't got no problem with that. I mean, it's not really a competition with anybody else. It's a competition with myself at this point. So I don't know. Maybe some of y'all can leave some comments like if you was making goals, where would you feel like your pinnacle was at? Where you could just feel like, okay, I did what I need to do. I'm comfortable. Because every time I make a goal, once I achieve that goal, it's like I'm looking for the next goal. And it's not necessarily about the things I accumulate. It's more about the struggle that it takes to get what I'm trying to get. Like that's what drives me. That's what keeps me going. It's like, it's not, say if I want a Lamborghini, it's not the Lamborghini that's going to make me happy. It's the fact that I did what I had to do to get to that Lamborghini. Like that's the motivation for me. And I've heard it on a couple podcasts, a couple different people, like Andrew Tate. He has said something similar to that, and it really struck a nerve with me because obviously that's really how I feel. Like it's not necessarily the things you acquire, it's the fight to get there. And so when you think about it like that, work's really not that bad, because as long as at the end of the day, if you set yourself goals and every day you can look at your day and be like, what did I do today to further my travel towards reaching my goal? So every day you should be able to look back every day and be like, okay, I did this today that's going to benefit my goal. Now, maybe your goal is 10 years down the road. Long-term thinking is a good thing. Like, I was in prison 20 years, and the whole time I was thinking about what am I going to do when I get out. And I knew I still had time to do. I mean, you got to live in the present, but you also have to always be looking at the future, and every day you should be making moves to better your future. That's what worked for me. Like, maybe that's not for everybody, but it's just worked for me, and it's really changed my life around a lot. So hopefully some of y'all can find something from that. Maybe that's something that's not commonly thought about on how to make goals and achieve goals, but you just always have to be working towards it, even if it's something super small, super minute. Any progress is good progress. So anyway, that's just a little rant for the day, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully I putting out some information that somebody can take something from, even if it's only one person. That's doing my part to try to help people. So anyway, leave me some comments down below, share, subscribe, whatever you can do. Let's figure out, like, what would be your cap? Like, what would be comfortable for you to stop? Would it be only being able to work 40 hours and being able to pay all your bills? Is that enough? Is it building something? Is it building a business? Like, what would be your end goal? Does it have to be a millionaire? Do we all have to try to be millionaires at the end? Because that's not really realistic. So I'm just kind of going through the things myself, just trying to figure out, like, what do I feel like my pinnacle would be, so I know what goals to build beyond the current goals I have. Anyway, y'all have a good day. I'm about to drink this new little winter Red Bull. We'll see what that tastes like. And then it's raining out, so it's gonna be a wet day today. But have a good day. 5:39.